The gift of your face.
Foolish mortal, your attempts to destroy me will be for nothing. Soon your world and the universe shall be consumed by wicked.
You're like so cool, mate. I like you.
What? Love? My only weakness? No!
Whoa. Pretty ladies. A Wrinkle in Time, the fantasy sci-fi movie from Disney. I can honestly say I was not expecting great things from this going in, based on everything that I'd heard, but really I thought I'd get at least something that'd be worth talking about in a positive degree, to some extent, and I was just absolutely wrong. When you're done with this movie, the one thought you're gonna have is this: what the hell did I just watch? Because no joke, its story starts off with something very simple. It's about a girl whose father disappeared 4 years ago when three mysterious women referred to as the Misses take her, her odd brother, and a friend who just appears out of nowhere, and takes them away on a magical journey across time and space to find her missing dad and also save the universe from the source of all evil, better known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. And from there, it just becomes a confusing mess of a movie that's just full of, well, odd visuals and bizarre plot turns. Something that isn't helped by the first act, which just feels rushed. It's just establishing everything about the characters right from the get-go without really sitting on them or explaining them well enough. I mean, the main character, it is shown that she's become a bit of a social loner, but we don't exactly see how that really goes. We just know that she's kind of like this because her dad's gone, but it doesn't really go into any real detail. Her little brother says things and does things that don't make any sense, which makes me to believe that he was supposed to have autism. And the male character, the friend who just shows up, he's got no personality at all whatsoever. And then there's the Misses, like Mrs. Watson, Mrs. Who's It, Mrs. Whatever, and they're just weird. Like, not quirky weird like Doctor Who, they just come off as weird when they're supposed to be like Doctor Who. The fantastical elements don't fare much better either, though I will admit that they are creative and pretty impressive looking, even if they're not exactly the most convincing CGI, but at the end of the day, the movie just looks like a rip-off of the second season of Channel Zero. I'm not lying. A lot of the visuals really do come off as though they were intended for Channel Zero, a sci-fi TV show, and yet here it is in a Disney movie trying to be wondrous and strange, yet it just comes off more like it was designed for a horror series. Which reminds me about the villain, like, it isn't actually Pennywise, but it could very well should be, because it's literally called the It. The source of darkness is called the It. And it's supposed to be hyped up, again, as the source of all evil in the universe that is slowly destroying everything, that the Misses are looking for warriors to fight, and to illustrate this, the movie shows us the It giving a girl body image issues, turning a guy into an abusive dad, turning some guys into muggers, and making one guy jealous over a co-worker getting a promotion. Pretty petty villain. Especially when in the end it's defeated by, no joke, the power of love. In fact, I don't even know if it was destroyed. They didn't actually clarify that. But when your movie literally has its villain be defeated with an anime stereotypical trope, you know you kinda got a bad script. Now, I'll give the movie at least some credit. It does go into some interesting hard sci-fi ideas, like folding time and space, instantaneous teleportation, and, well, basically exploring the complexities of the universe. But the issue is that it's so focused on trying to be a movie more for kids than a family audience, these ideas aren't really touched upon in any broad sense. So even though this is supposed to be a family film, these ideas, which could have given adults a reason to sit through the movie, don't reach their full potential. While they do allow for some creative visuals, what it really means though is that adults watching this are just going to be bored because the one thing that could have drawn them in isn't really focused on enough, and little kids, they're just going to be confused what the hell people are talking about when they start talking about physics. They're not going to be interested in that. They're just going to go, what are they talking about? I want to play Angry Birds. Suffice to say this, as a whole, A Wrinkle in Time is a creative movie that is just a complete mess. And not like Suicide Squad, which was a fun mess. This is just a visually creative and narratively all over the place movie that just isn't worth watching. If you're like me and you didn't see it when it first came out in theaters, or you didn't know it was out in theaters, and you're interested in checking it out now that it's on home video, don't. That's time and money that could be better spent watching something that's actually worth your time and money. Like Channel Zero. In fact, you know what, forget about A Wrinkle in Time, go watch Channel Zero instead. At least that is not only creative, but has a story that makes sense in each season.
Alright, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it because it was a chore to sit through this movie, trust me, but hey, at least you don't have to watch it now. Anyway, for other videos, I've got a review of Good Burger coming up next, and for game reviews, I just saw that there's gonna be a remaster of Forsaken coming out soon, so I might actually do a video for that next month rather than the showcase. Anyway, I got all that and more coming up, so like usual, stick around.